Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Anuja Kumar and with me is Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation at 8 p.m. tonight. Special passenger trains of Indian Railways start ferrying passengers to 14 destinations in various parts of the country. Over 540 Shramik special trains operationalized till today across the country to facilitate movement of migrant workers, pilgrims, tourists and students. Air India flights under Vande Bharat mission from Bangladesh and Gulf nations arriving at different parts of the country. Indian Council of Medical Research and National Centre for Disease Control to initiate a population-based sero-survey in selected districts. International Nurses' Day being observed today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the nation at 8 p.m. tonight. The address comes a day after the Prime Minister chaired a meeting with the Chief Ministers of all the states over the lockdown imposed due to COVID-19 pandemic.
Prime Minister has asked the states to share a broad strategy by the 15th of this month as to how they would want to deal with the lockdown regime in their states. He asked them to make a blueprint on how to deal with various nuances during and after the gradual easing of the lockdown. The 21-day initial phase of lockdown came into effect on 25th of March. On the 14th of April, Prime Minister addressed the nation announcing the extension of the lockdown till 3rd of May for a period of 19 days. Centre announced extension of lockdown for 2 more weeks after 4th of May with considerable relaxations in lower risk districts. Health Ministry has divided over 700 districts of the country into red, orange and green zones and centre's guidelines are being followed according to the zone. Suparna Saikia, AIR News, Delhi.
Indian Railways has restarted special passenger train services today. Initially, 15 pairs of trains are being run with passengers on board. These trains are being run as special trains from New Delhi station, connecting Dibrugarh, Agartala, Howrah, Patna, Bilaspur, Ranchi, Bhubaneswar, Secunderabad, Bengaluru, Chennai, Thiruvananthapuram, Madgaon, Mumbai Central, Ahmedabad and Jammu Tawi. Reservation for these trains will be available only on the IRCTC website as data regarding the special trains is being incorporated in the system. Ticket booking counters at the railway stations will remain closed and counter tickets will not be issued. All passenger train services were suspended due to lockdown announced on the 25th of March. After the resumption of these 15 services, railways will start more special services on new routes based on the available coaches after reserving 20,000 coaches for COVID-19 care centres and adequate number of coaches being reserved to enable operation of up to 300 trains every day as Shramik Special for stranded migrants. Indian Railways has transported about 6.5 lakh passengers by 542 Shramik special trains so far. Trains are being run only after concurrence of both the concerned states, including the state sending the passengers and the one which is receiving them. During the process, passengers were thoroughly screened before boarding the train. They were given free meals and water, and social distancing was ensured during the travel. Most of the trains have reached their destinations in various states like Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal. This follows Ministry of Home Affairs order regarding movement of stranded migrant workers, pilgrims, tourists, students and others at different places by special trains. The 4th evacuation flight from Bangladesh left Dhaka for Srinagar at 11 a.m. local time this morning. The special Air India flight under the Vande Bharat mission of the Government of India is carrying 169 medical students from India stranded in Bangladesh in the wake of corona pandemic and the subsequent lockdown. This is the second flight from Dhaka to Srinagar, bringing students from Bangladesh. One more such special flight is scheduled tomorrow for Srinagar. Earlier, the 3rd evacuation flight brought back 104 Indian nationals stranded in Bangladesh to Mumbai yesterday. 2 other flights on 8th and 9th of May evacuated Indian citizens from Bangladesh to India. The first flight carried 168 medical students from Bangladesh to Srinagar on the 8th, while the second flight carried 129 Indian citizens to Delhi on the 9th of this month. The passengers of the flight to Srinagar thanked the Indian High Commission for its help in arranging the special evacuation flight. They also thanked the Government of India for extending them all help during the process of evacuation from Bangladesh. Amidst the coronavirus pandemic, 5 flights are scheduled from the Gulf countries under Vande Bharat mission. It will take more than 880 distressed and stranded citizens back to the country. There are 2 flights scheduled from Dubai, one to Kannur and the other to Mangalore. The flight to Mangalore has approximately 40 pregnant women, more than 25 cases of medical emergencies, at least 3 dozen distressed workers, stranded tourists and some students as passengers. From Muscat, 180 people are likely to fly back to Chennai. Dammam-Kochi will see more than 160 people going back, while Doha-Thiruvananthapuram special flight will take back approximately 180 people. The Doha flight had to be called off on Sunday due to technical reasons, has been rescheduled today.
As part of the Samudra Setu mission, Indian Navy ship INS Jalashwa will sail again from Maldives this Friday to bring back Indian nationals from Kerala and Lakshadweep. The ship had earlier brought back 698 Indian nationals to Kochi on Sunday. Indian High Commission in Malé said that Air India evacuation flights have been planned to cities of New Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai and Chennai for residents of other states except Kerala. The Commission called upon Indian nationals wishing to be evacuated by Air India flights to get in touch with it via email at air.evac.hci.gmail.com. The Commission said that priority would be given to those facing deportation by Maldives government, medical emergency, pregnant women, elderly stranded tourists and people affected by family emergencies like deaths. A total of 900 people have already been evacuated from Maldives, with the second ship INS Magar with 202 Indians is expected to reach Kochi today. Maldives became the first stop for Indian Navy ship INS Kesari as it reached Malé port this morning to deliver 580 tons of food aid to the neighbouring country as part of Mission Sagar initiative. The food aid includes 200 tons of rice, 140 tons of wheat flour and 80 tons of sugar. INS Kesari is on a trip to 5 nations in South Indian Ocean, including Seychelles and Mauritius, for delivering essential food items, medicinal supply and assistance in the wake of COVID crisis. Indian High Commission in Malé said that the food aid is a token of friendship from people of India to the people of Maldives during the holy month of Ramadan. The aid follows a telephone conversation between President Ibrahim Mohammed Soli and Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 20th of April. More from a correspondent.
The food aid included items like rice, wheat, flour, sugar, potatoes and dal, etc., for which Maldives is heavily dependent on India for supply. The COVID crisis has aggravated in capital Malé with more than 800 people infected in a city of less than 6 square kilometers. Maldives government has expressed its thanks and gratitude to India for the timely help. Earlier, India had provided specialist medical teams and essential supply of medicines and food to help Maldives fight the COVID challenge. INS Kesari will sail to 4 other nations in South Indian Ocean, including Mauritius and Seychelles, to deliver essential medicines and food supply. Santosh Kumar for AIR News from Colombo.
In Kerala, the state government has tightened the guidelines and is determined to continue to flatten the COVID-19 infection curve in the state. A report.
Kerala recorded a spike in fresh COVID-19 cases in last 2 days as more returnees from abroad and from other parts of the country are turning positive. Presently, 27 active COVID-19 cases are there in Kerala, among which over 6 people had returned from abroad and majority of others returned from other hotspots of the country. The state government had called for high alert and strict quarantine for all the returnees with detailed protocol for those who are allowed for home quarantine. As the partial train service in the country began from today, Kerala government announced compulsory e-pass for all the passengers arriving in the trains in the coming days. People need to register for e-pass in the COVID-19 Jagrata portal, and all passengers will be medically screened and those with symptoms will be shifted to hospitals and others will be transferred to quarantine centers in special vehicle. Flights from Dammam, Kuala Lumpur and Singapore will be arriving in Kochi, and flight from Dubai scheduled for Kannur late evening today. The Doha-Thiruvananthapuram flight will be arriving early morning tomorrow at 12:40 am. Meanwhile, as part of the Sagar Setu operation, INS Magar carrying 202 passengers from Maldives is expected to arrive in Kochi today evening at 7 pm. Mayusha for AR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
Under the Vande Bharat mission, a special flight arrived from New York at the Mumbai's Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport around last midnight. Another special flight with 225 stranded Indian nationals from Kuala Lumpur is expected to reach tonight. More from our Mumbai correspondent.
As a part of Vande Bharat mission, a total of 310 stranded passengers were brought back from New York to Mumbai in a special flight. Same flight thereafter headed for Ahmedabad with 95 passengers. After landing in Mumbai, the passengers were screened and thereafter shifted to quarantine facilities set up by the Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai. Meanwhile, Indian Railways have restarted special passenger train services from today. First train from Mumbai will leave for Delhi this evening around 5:30 pm. Only passengers with valid confirmed ticket will be allowed to enter the railway stations. Passengers will have to wear face masks and undergo screening at departure. Reservation for these trains is available only on IRCTC website. Madhuri Pange, AIR News, Mumbai.
A total of 3,604 new confirmed cases of novel coronavirus have been reported in the country during the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 70,756. Health and Family Welfare Ministry said that 22,455 patients have been cured so far, and the recovery rate has reached 31.73%. 87 deaths have been reported in the last 24 hours, taking the nationwide toll to 2,293.
Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, has said that a total of 17,59,579 samples of COVID-19 have been tested by various government and private laboratories in the country. Yesterday, 85,891 tests were conducted. Meanwhile, ICMR is continuously scaling up its testing facilities for COVID-19 by giving approval to government and private laboratories. As of now, 348 government laboratories and 136 private laboratories chains have been given approval to conduct the test for COVID-19. ICMR has initiated a multi-central clinical PLACID trial, and so far 35 institutions have been approved for the trial. Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, and the National Centre for Disease Control are going to initiate a population-based sero survey in selected districts in collaboration with key stakeholders and state health departments. The objective of this survey is to monitor the trend in prevalence of COVID-19 infection at district level. A correspondent reports that in the survey, 200 samples per district per week and 800 samples per district per month shall be taken. From each district, 10 health facilities, including 6 public and 4 private health facilities, shall be selected. Population groups, including outpatient attendees, pregnant women, and healthcare workers, will be covered under the survey. The samples will be tested in a one-time pool of 25, and a result of sample pooling is only for surveillance purposes. It should not be used for diagnosis of individual patients. In addition to throat, nasal swabs, blood samples should be collected for detecting IgG antibodies for ELISA testing. In subsequent rounds, IgG ELISA-based testing of serum samples will replace RT-PCR-based testing for surveillance purpose. Health Ministry said that there is a need to establish a systematic surveillance for COVID-19 infection in all districts of the country, and surveillance will be in addition to the routine testing as per current testing guidelines.
In Chandigarh, 6 more persons reported positive today. Our correspondent reports that 3 cases are from Bapu Dham colony, including a 3-month-old child. With this, the number of positive persons found so far in UT Chandigarh has risen to 187, and 3 deaths have been reported so far. Now, 156 positive patients of Chandigarh are under treatment, and 28 persons have recovered so far. In Madhya Pradesh, after the reporting of 171 new cases, the total number of corona-infected cases has increased to 3,785. The good news is that so far, 1,747 people have been cured. At present, the condition of 243 patients in the state is critical, while 1,574 people are stable. So far, 221 people have died due to the infection in the state. More from our correspondent.
As per the official information, more than 76,000 tests have been conducted in Madhya Pradesh till date. 1,935 cases have been reported in worst affected Indore, while there are 774 cases in Bhopal. Meanwhile, instructions have been issued by the School Education Department to promote students from class 1 to 8 in order to prevent corona infection. In a directive sent to all collectors, Commissioner of State Education Center Lokesh Jatov has said that students should be promoted in the next classes on the basis of monthly, half-yearly and internal assessment as per the provision of Right to Education Act. Sanjeev Sharma, AII News, Bhopal.
In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, more COVID-19 patients have recovered in Kashmir Division and were discharged from various hospitals of Kashmir Division. Out of 51,334 test results available, 50,455 samples have tested as negative till last night. More from a Srinagar correspondent.
With the surge of yet another 80 new positive cases of COVID-19, 6 from Jammu Division and 2 from Kashmir, the total number of positive cases in Jammu and Kashmir has now risen to 879. One more COVID-19 positive patient has died yesterday at CD Hospital in Srinagar, taking the COVID deaths in the Union Territory to 10. Moreover, 44 more positive patients have recovered yesterday, and the number of recoveries so far has been reported as 427 in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. This is Sunil Kohl for AR News from Srinagar.
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation at 8 p.m. tonight. Special passenger trains of Indian Railways start ferrying passengers to 14 destinations in various parts of the country. Over 540 Shramik special trains operationalized till today across the country to facilitate movement of migrant workers, pilgrims, tourists and students. Air India flights under Vande Bharat mission from Bangladesh and Gulf nations arriving at different parts of the country. Indian Council of Medical Research and National Centre for Disease Control to initiate a population-based sero survey in selected districts. And International Nurses Day been observed today. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
Today is International Nurses Day. On this occasion, which also marks the 200th birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale, the World Health Organization has joined hundreds of partners worldwide to highlight the importance of nurses in the healthcare continuum and thank nurses for what they do. The theme for this year is Nursing the World to Health. Historically, as well as today, nurses are at the forefront of fighting epidemics and pandemics, providing high-quality and respectful treatment and care. They are often the first and sometimes the only health professional that people see, and the quality of their initial assessment, care and treatment is vital. Nurses account for more than half of all the world's health workers, yet there is an urgent shortage of nurses worldwide, with 5.9 million more nurses still needed, especially in low and middle-income countries. The COVID-19 pandemic is a stark reminder of the vital role nurses play. Without nurses and other health workers, we will not win the battle against outbreaks. We will not achieve the Sustainable Development Goals or universal health coverage. In Tamil Nadu, the popular and efficient Anganwadi scheme under the Integrated Child Development Services ICDS of the Government of India has devised novel solutions to overcome challenges posed by the COVID-19 lockdown. The Anganwadis in various districts of the state have started distributing rice and other materials at the doorsteps of the houses of children aged between 2 and 5 years. This is expected to ensure to a very large extent that the children will be receiving nutritious food even though they may not be able to visit the Anganwadi because of the lockdown.
Home Minister Amit Shah today applauded the efforts of the nurses. In a tweet, Mr. Shah said on International Nurses Day he expressed gratitude towards all the nurses serving humanity across the world. He said nurses are the backbone of a medical sector and their role in containing the spread of COVID-19 is truly remarkable. He said India salutes the nurses for their tireless efforts. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan today appreciated the efforts of nurses who are the frontline warriors in the fight against coronavirus. On International Nurses Day, Dr. Harshvardhan in a tweet appealed to join the chorus for thanking our true corona warriors who risk their lives day and night for us. He said World Health Organization declared 2020 as the year of nurses and midwives to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the exemplary Florence Nightingale who lived a life for her patients.
In our series Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of some leading medical experts on COVID-19. Talking to AIR News, Dr. Sanjay Pandey of GB Pant Hospital, Delhi said, it is a matter of study how the hot weather in India will impact the spread of COVID-19.
Coronavirus is a respiratory virus, and in the past, most of the respiratory virus like H1N1 and SARS virus, their epidemic was less in the hot region. Even in India, there was no much impact because the weather was little hotter here, and that is the presumption that this is also a respiratory virus, and this may also behave in the same way. But at the same time, it should be very clear that this is a new virus, and it's very important that before making a final conclusion, we should study the pattern of this virus in different parts of the world.
President of Indian Medical Association, Dr. Rajan Sharma, said that citizens need to follow basic hygiene and social distancing norms, especially when the government has allowed a set of relaxations in the third phase of the lockdown.
Post-lockdown, when we are seeing these things opening up, please learn to respect these things. Follow rules, be honest, law-abiding citizens. For a population of 130 crores, you cannot have so many policemen and so many doctors and nurses and healthcare professionals to treat you. Please observe isolation in case of any problem. Consult your doctor and be truthful to your doctor.
In an exclusive interview to All India Radio, Executive Director, Ministry of Railways Mandeep Singh Bhatia told AIR that initially only e-tickets have been allowed for passenger trains starting from today with 7-day advance reservation period.
मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स ने गाइडलाइंस निकाली हैं. इसके लिए जो उन पैसेंजर्स के पास भी कंफर्म टिकट होगा, ई-टिकट होगा, उनको पास की आवश्यकता नहीं होगी.
The News Services Division of All India Radio in its bilingual live phone-in program Samvad today will bring a special discussion on railways. Mandeep Singh Bhatia, Executive Director, Coaching Operations, Ministry of Railways, will be with us to answer the queries related to resumption of passenger trains from today. This can be heard tonight on the FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 7:10 p.m. onwards. Listeners can ask questions on toll-free number 1800-115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on a Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You can also listen to us on the News on AIR app. In a message circulated through email, SMS and WhatsApp, it has been claimed that the Government of India has announced a relief scheme for the artists affected due to COVID-19 and has asked them to email the details, including bank account numbers, to a set of email IDs. Press Information Bureau said in a tweet that the claim is a blatant lie and the Sangeet Natak Academy, Ministry of Culture, is not running any such scheme.
Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises MSME Ministry has launched Champions Portal, www.champions.gov.in, a technology-driven control room cum management information system. The initiative is aimed at assisting Indian MSMEs to march into big league as national and global champions. The Champions stands for Creation and Harmonious Application of Modern Processes for Increasing the Output and National Strength. The portal is basically for making the smaller units big by solving their grievances, encouraging, supporting, helping and hand-holding. The system is enabled by artificial intelligence, data analytics and machine learning. It is also fully integrated on real-time basis with GOI's main grievances portal, CP Grams and MSME Ministry's web-based mechanisms. As of now, 66 state-level control rooms are created as part of the system. In West Siang district of Arunachal Pradesh, an innovative idea of setting up social distancing sheds is being implemented with a view to give relief to the people. Standing for hours in front of SBI branch at Alo, Dr. Jumge Padu, a frontline COVID warrior, came up with this innovative idea of setting up social distancing sheds in front of the bank and also to maintain social distancing at the same time. With the help of Kibom Old Age Welfare Society and collaboration with Messrs International Diagnostic Centre, Dr. Padu has installed more than 50 weatherproof social distancing sheds with umbrellas in front of the SBI branch at Alo. The shed is being regulated by volunteers of the society. Dr. Padu said that we cannot be complacent on being given relaxations and placed in green zone.
Over 80 artists, including Amitabh Bachchan, Manoj Bajpayee, Ekta Kapoor, Sonu Nigam, Kapil Sharma and Shreya Ghoshal have come together for a song that signifies hope amid the coronavirus pandemic. The track Guzar Jayega has been composed by Zazim Sharma with lyrics penned by Siddhant Kaushal.
गुजर जाएगा, मुश्किल बहुत है, मगर वक्त ही तो है, गुजर जाएगा। जिंदा रहने का ये जो जज्बा है, फिर उभर आएगा, गुजर जाएगा। माना मौत चेहरा बदल कर आई है, माना रात काली है, भयावह है, गहराई है। लोग दरवाजों पे रस्तों पे रुके बैठे हैं, कई घबराए हैं, सहमे हैं, छिपे बैठे हैं। मगर यकीन रख, ये बस लम्हा है, 2 पल में बिखर जाएगा। जिंदा रहने का ये जो जज्बा है, फिर असर लाएगा। मुश्किल बहुत है, मगर वक्त ही तो है, गुजर जाएगा।
Former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh has been discharged from All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi today. He was admitted to the hospital last Sunday after he complained of uneasiness. The 87-year-old veteran Congress leader is a member of Rajya Sabha. A number of leaders had expressed concern of his health and wished him a speedy recovery. Now let us take a look at the latest weather update.
In the national capital, minimum temperature will be 24 degrees Celsius, while maximum is expected to be around 34 degrees Celsius. Sky will be partly cloudy with a possibility of thunder lightning. In Mumbai, the sky will be mainly clear. The minimum temperature will be 27 degrees, while maximum will be 35 degrees Celsius. In Chennai, the temperature will hover between 28 and 37 degrees Celsius with partly cloudy but mainly clear sky. In Kolkata, sky will be generally cloudy with a possibility of intermittent rain. Minimum temperature in the metropolis will be 24 degrees Celsius, while maximum will be around 34 degrees. In Jammu, the minimum temperature will be 22 degrees, while maximum will be around 34 degrees Celsius. Sky will be mainly clear, becoming partly cloudy in the afternoon. In Srinagar, minimum temperature will be 7 degrees Celsius, while maximum 23. Sky will be partly cloudy. In Gilgit, temperature will hover between 14 and 27 degrees Celsius, and sky will be partly cloudy here too. And in Muzaffarabad, the minimum temperature will be 17 degrees Celsius, while maximum will be nearly 34 degrees. Sky is likely to be partly cloudy. Tripti Srivastav, News Desk.
The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its bilingual live phone-in program tonight, will bring you a special discussion on COVID-19. Dr. A.K. Varshne, senior physician from RML Hospital, will participate in the discussion. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:25 p.m. onwards. Listeners can ask questions on toll-free number 1800-115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You can also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates.
In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, mobile internet services at 2G speed were restored in the Kashmir Valley, except for Pulwama and Shopian districts, hours after the Supreme Court ruled out immediate restoration of 4G services in Jammu and Kashmir. 2G internet services on mobile platforms were restored in 8 of the 10 districts of Kashmir late last night, 5 days after the services were suspended in the wake of the killing of Hizbul Mujahideen chief Riaz Naiku in an encounter with security forces in Pulwama district last Wednesday.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation at 8 p.m. tonight. Special passenger trains of Indian Railways start ferrying passengers to 14 destinations in various parts of the country. Over 540 Shramik special trains operationalized till today across the country to facilitate movement of migrant workers, pilgrims, tourists and students. Air India flights under Vande Bharat mission from Bangladesh and Gulf nations arriving at different parts of the country. Indian Council of Medical Research and National Centre for Disease Control to initiate a population-based sero-survey in selected districts. International Nurses Day being observed today. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the Midday News.